Just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you all out to a musical extravaganza called the Night and Day Project. Please save your applause. I do it because I love living. You don't hear me though.
The episodes that we did this season were How Love Begins and then Getting to I Do, right? Getting down, yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. And then the most recent one, Accountability. We'll talk about that later. Getting to I Do, something interesting happened that I saw in the reaction to that episode. We're going to show a clip of Devale talking about Khadeen, but there was what I saw on Twitter, a lot of people found it. Now, you know, sometimes we get the bitter single chick people, guys and girls who are like, why do people have to go through things to realize, you know, what matters to them? Personally, I feel like that's life, right? Like, sometimes you go through things and you realize who's important to you, you realize, you know, what you need in life, you realize who's been there, all of that. I want to share this clip of Devale talking about Khadeen and a difficult time that he went through, and sort of go from there.
4 surgeries in college. She was there every surgery. She took care of me. She helped me through everything I had. She taught me how to read my DAR. I never had to see my academic advisor because she taught me how to do all these things. I graduated with 3.2 GPA. Like, she was just there. So when I moved to Detroit and I didn't have her that first year in the NFL, I suffered from depression. I ended up becoming addicted to pain meds.
And at that point, he was almost like in cold sweats in the bed. He was like crying. And that was so much not like him. Like, anyone who knows his personality, he jokes, he laughs all the time. Like, you can see what I have to deal with on a daily basis. So I knew something was wrong deep down and I couldn't tell. And that's when he pretty much came out and told me what happened. And we got him help with that. And once that was, you know, we were past that hump, aw, babe.
Every time I talk about it, that was a dark time for me.
No, I know.
People don't understand it. You make it to the NFL, you got money, there's women, you live in a nice house, everybody's cheering for you, and you're just not happy. And every day you in the NFL, it could be your last day. You just don't know if they're going to come in there and say today's your last day. And then you go home, and it's you in an apartment.
Yeah, he didn't have anything out there. So once I graduated, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take some time and come out there. And at the time, I was looking to start my career. I was mean when I got back, too. Yeah, you was. I was like, who is this person?
Mean. I just didn't know. A lot of it was just a pain medication. I didn't know what was wrong with myself. I felt like I lost myself. I'm my best self when she's here with me. My best season was in 2007. The whole off season, she was with me.
That was a great year.
I balled out the whole off season.
He did. He was really
I ended up tearing my knee, and I was on the PUP list, and I ended up not playing the whole season. But they kept me on the active roster the whole year. I did that good, and I just felt like it was all because I had her. Like, I don't know what it's like to be single as an adult because she's been here every step of the way.
Right.
And I don't want to know.
This stuff isn't easy to talk about. And it's not easy to relive. It's not easy to share. And so we are so indebted to the people who are willing to just share their lives and share these things. And so
if anyone's ever struggled with addiction, it's hard to see yourself go through it. You try to erase it from your mind like it never happened. You try to act like you don't have a problem. And when you're at your lowest point and there's nobody there but the one person who you like drag through the depths, because I wasn't myself, and I was just a mean person because I was lost. I was mean to her. And every time I get up and she's still there, right, girl. Oh my gosh, man, I don't know. Like, I gotta be honest, like, it's funny when I watch people who just talk about relationships. They be like, I would never put up with this, I would never put up with that, I would never do this. And it's like, you don't know what the fuck you would put up with. Like, when you love somebody and you really just don't know why, but that connection is there, and God has blessed your union, and y'all not even married. She's just my girlfriend at this time. Like, she's just there. I can't even put into words how much that meant to me, that I was like, I would never spend another day on this planet without her by me. Just
What's funny is the common thread I think that we have with Tommy and Cody and Ryan and Sterling is, and you just said it, you guys are best friends. Like, before lovers, before any intimacy, before anything else, we're just such good friends. And when you genuinely care about somebody for the person they are and who they are, you just you have no choice but to see them through it, you know. And what the issue that we ran into is that everything was going well. He was away in Detroit by himself. You start to internalize and think, maybe it's me. You know, we tend to put we put the responsibility of making yourself happy on your significant other. And you can't do that. You have to find out what makes you happy. So what I was doing is I was pretty much saying, well, what am I doing wrong? Like, and at the time I didn't even know the pain meds was an issue. I just thought he went to Detroit, was feeling himself. You know, I was like, what, you got a little NFL money now, you don't know how to act? Like, are there some girls out there making you feel like you're bigger than you are? Like, stop, you know? And then I realized, like, he was doing things that didn't seem like he just had an attitude. You know, cold sweats. He was shaking on the bathroom floor. And at that point I was like, all right, it's not me. There's clearly something wrong with him. And I remember calling his college receiver coach at the time because they were still very close. And I know he was keeping in touch with Devale while he was out in Detroit. He would call and pray with him on the phone, things like that. So I remember calling him. It was like 3 in the morning one morning, and I found Devale in the bathroom on the floor, just like shaking. And it was just, I couldn't believe what was happening. I was speaking to him on the phone. We were praying.
Guys, I'm a man's man, bro. Like, I play football, I fight. I'm like I'm a man's man. But when you feel like you are not in control of anything and you feel lost, there's nothing worse than that in the world. And I don't even want to go to the point of like depression where I feel like killing myself, because people, you know, tend to go there. I wasn't at that point, but I just didn't know where I was or what was going on. And opioid addiction is crazy because it gets to a point where you just pop a pill because you like, you know what, I feel fucked up. Let me just take a pill, I'm gonna feel better. And then before you know it, you're just taking pills every day and you're still not happy. And it's like, to be honest, to this day, sometimes I look at her, I'm like, I don't know how you even put up with all of that. Because it wasn't like I just came back home and was like, yo, I'm spending all my money on my chick. I'm cheap. I'm frugal. I am frugal. The NFL to me was a means to an end. So when I started making money, I put it in the bank. I invested. I bought property. I wasn't here like spending money on her so she felt like she could just be there for money. She wasn't getting anything from me.
Nope.
I wasn't spending money on myself. I'll give you a perfect example. We went to go out. She's like, why don't you buy some shoes? I went online and bought some fake products.
Fake products. Okay, I was like, now come on.
She was like, yo, you made all that money? I said, that's the point. I'm making money. So if I got on fake products, people gonna think it's real. See, that was my thought process. So through that whole process, I realized who was there for me. Like, she didn't want nothing from me. She just wanted me.
And at that point, I just wanted, like, my boyfriend back.
Yeah.
You know, I was still in school because I was finishing up grad school, so there was 1 year where he had to be out there by himself. And the minute that semester was over and I graduated, he came to graduation, and I said, you know what? I wanted to start my career doing news reporting, so I came out to Michigan with him. Small market for me to start, and I can at least be a support system to him out there. And then we got through it. You know, you just don't give up on people who you love, and it's, you just don't give up.